Caseville, holidays, sports, Labatt's, grilling, Monty's, our Monty's people out there, bonfires, sunshine, hunting, camaraderie, stories, laughs, respect, generosity, patriot, gentleman, veteran. These are all words that I would use to describe this man. For those who don't know, my name is Vince. My mom, Maria, is an amazing woman right there. Love you. She's the only daughter of this wonderful man, my grandfather, Joseph Bernard Devitt. In fall 2025, I started going to school for physical therapy, and 3 weeks later, I received news of his devastating fall. The extent of his injuries were pretty serious for an 87-year-old man. Doctors were surprised he even survived, but I wasn't. When I went to visit him in the hospital, just by looking at him and hearing him engage in conversation, you never know he was hurt. He was angry at himself, but he kept his head high. He was a warrior, he was strong, he was brave, and he never faltered in the face of adversity. He faced countless moments of physical and mental hardship. He lost 2 close friends when he was unable to leave his home. He lost his sister while he was stuck at a depressing senior nursing facility. Countless doctor appointments, bedridden, pain pills, lack of sleep, feeling helpless while grandma was at home with shingles, amongst other things. His arm was swollen, he couldn't walk, the food sucked. He experienced some neglect from the staff, others were very sweet though. And he was lonely at times, but you never know because he never complained. Despite all that, he remained focused and largely optimistic for over 4 months of excruciating rehab. His Irish stubbornness was finally working in his advantage. With each visit he received in the rehab center from loved ones, as we walked through the pea-stenched hallways to his room, his face lit up every single time. It didn't matter who it was. He loved being visited, he loved company, and he adored his family and friends. His positivity and ability to still crack jokes in his darkest moments further emphasized how much this man was a role model to me. He was there for me when I needed work, when I needed a laugh, or when I just needed to be reassured that I'm headed down the right path in life. Even in his final months, he always made it a point to ask me about whatever most recent life event of mine happened. Graduation, new job, new girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, promoted to sergeant in the Army. Whatever I did, and throughout my big life events, he was invested every time. He always thought of others, even when he was hurting. So now it was my turn to be there for him. It was during this time in rehab that I realized that my career path and his life path had beautifully merged. Without knowing when or even if he would get discharged, my gut told me one night, he's getting out and he's gonna need help. The very next day, I got word that he was discharging back home to finally be with grandpa. I immediately put in my 2 weeks at my job, because that's how much he mattered to me. Him and I went through blood, sweat, and tears together, 3 days a week for 5 months. He was emphatic and motivated. He always did his home exercise program that I built for him. He gave everything he had during our sessions. Even the exercises he wasn't a fan of, he gave me a look, a smirk, and then went on about doing his exercise. He felt energized, hopeful, and he would tell me, Vincey, someday I'm gonna walk without this walker and this damn oxygen cord. I wanna play golf again. I just wanna go back to my normal life. It wasn't all great though. There were tough times, moments when he felt like he was regressing. We had deep talks, vulnerable moments, and we learned things from each other. He gave me a whole new perspective on my career. He gave me experience, he gave me empathy, he gave me the ability to inject hope into rehab. He gave me so much, even in his final months. He always said he didn't know how to thank me, but I was the one who had to thank him for making my job easy, fun, and for him just being the best grandpa that a kid could ask for. And I told him to thank himself because he did all the work, but that's an impossible ask for a selfless man. He had such a great attitude about everything. He woke up every day knowing he had a mountain to climb, and he still battled with each deep breath, step, squat, curl, push, pull, and anything that I had him do. I made it a goal to get him to use the walker to walk to the end of the street without oxygen. By the end of the spring, he did it. I pushed him every step of the way and he never quit, never said I'm tired, never said I can't. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and said thank you. Never wanted to take any credit. It was just a testament to the way that he lived his life. Shortly after, he was admitted to the hospital again. His heart and lungs were failing. It was the last therapy session him and I would have. We set goals together, things we wanted to achieve. I visualized this man walking around without a walker or a cane. I gave him my everything because I wanted so bad to help restore him back to a functional lifestyle. I wanted that because I couldn't imagine a life without him. I guess I was naive, but he gave me that hope because he had such a great attitude and a work ethic that was second to none. I hated the thought of the alternative because I knew he would be way too missed. Grandma and Grandpa's house, cookies, potato chips, gifts, love, family, yard games, cards, ribs, beer, beach, simplicity. It's all I knew from Grandpa. 2 days before he passed, he needed to be transferred from his chair into the hospice bed. I knew that was it, and so I got in his ear and I told him, we practiced this, man. You can do this. I just need you to stand up and transfer your bed one last time for me. As soon as I said for me, he mustered up the last ounce of strength he had to complete the task. He gave his last bit of energy for someone else. He didn't want any of the attention and passed on during a brief moment nobody was looking in the typical Joe Devitt fashion. I'm sure Grandpa's somewhere right now talking hunting, sports, kids, grandkids, the weather, or whatever, joined by Greg Irwin, Mark Fresh, Mike Graham, Eileen Vogt, and many other great people that he adored. He may be enjoying that company on the other side, but we all know that he would be absolutely thrilled to have us all here because he just loved everyone being together. I wish I got to tell him one last time how much of a role model he was in my life, how much he gave to me, and how much he was loved. He fought until his very last breath, and he did it with his infectious smile. And now he rests in eternal peace, while leaving behind a lasting impression on this earth. I just want to thank you all for being here tonight and gathering to celebrate the life of this incredible, unforgettable man. Thank you.